And a round of applause well deserved. 8 marks, 4 spares, 4 strikes. Bob Francoeur just missing the head pin, but he'll have a shot at this, the 127.
Yeah, 127 got some help behind. He's on that head pin. Should carry the other 2. Oh, he's going to slide by. Just caught it. Nice spare for Bob. Our hope is to fill it up here, get another one, and see what happens in the second and third games.
Kind of a statistical oddity that the previous 7 bowlers that had rolled 4 strikes in one game here on the show had all done it in the 3rd string of a match, all 7 times. Bob Moran, of course, doing it here in the 1st string.
Oh, nice try there.
Well, Bob Francoeur is going to have quite a mountain to climb here, as Bob Moran posting a 167 opening string. We'll be back. Details on how you can join us in the bonus ball jackpot contest at home, and we'll have more on Stars and Strikes right after these messages. Don't go away. Bonus ball jackpot contest, and we hope we have your postcard in our box. If not, here's how you join us. Send postcards only, small format postcards only, please. Include your name, your full address, and a number from 1 to 10. That number should correspond to the number of pins you think will be felled by our winning bowler at the end of the show. If it matches, you win whatever's accumulated in the jackpot. Mail those postcards in to Sandy's Bowling Lanes, Route 28, Windham, New Hampshire, 03087, and we'll throw them right here in the box and hope to win you some money. Bob Francoeur right now will start off this middle string. He is trailing by a bundle, thanks to that 167 opener by Bob Moran.
Boy, wasn't that something. Boy, those strikes went, too. There was no doubt about any one of them. Bob still fighting a little bit. One side of the head pin to the other.
Last week he struggled in the first 2 games, and then put it together for that 143 in the 3rd game.
He's got to put it together a little quicker this week, I think, being down that many pins.
On the head pin a little light, but it'll be a spare leave. And he'll get it off the wall. Thought maybe he was going to get robbed again.
Bob Francoeur come back and said, this is a good sign. Just trip that, make the bucket. He kicked the bucket. That's always a tough spare to make. One of the few times that Bob Moran has missed a head pin with that first ball.
And he'll miss it again and leave it. Two more weeks remaining in this Valley Window and Siding Championship Series, with the big money still yet to come, but the 2 guys who will be coming in the succeeding weeks, Dan, both are from Claremont. We'll be having some representation from that area of the state.
Yes, Skip Pronto and Steve Vadden, they both bowl against each other all the time at Newport Lanes up in Sunset Lanes in Newport. So be interesting to see if whoever wins this match, if Skip Pronto can knock him off, that'll be an all Claremont final. I think one of these bowls have something to say about that, though. Well, 2 opens for Bob Moran. Chance for Bob Francoeur to make up some ground.
He'll be filling a spare in that 2nd box. His 3rd mark of the match.
Yes, and he hasn't fared too well in the other 2. In fact, well, 1 in the 5th box. He got 2 on it, but he hit the head pin, got the 1 in the 5 only. This looks a little better. Not much. 2, 4, 7 with a 6 and a 10, trying to split the 2 and a 4. Oh boy, way left.
And
nice out.
A 9 out. Bob Francoeur works as a maintenance engineer for Nashua Corp. Bob Francoeur's high single at 197 and Bob Moran's at 200. Will it go? No.
Bob Moran started off that first game. I thought he was going to establish himself a new high single. And 98 for the first 5.
The highest single we have had here on Stars and Strikes, by the way, in case you're interested, is 196 by Rick Farwell. That was way back on June 3rd, 1984.
Was that a mark in every box, Doug? I believe it was. Didn't he mark
Yes,
in
it
every
was.
box?
In fact, it was 11 marks in the string.
He had a fantastic memory.
As he had a spare strike in the 10th. Thanks for setting me up with these things, Dan. I'll give you the check later.
And Doug has put together all the statistics into his little computer and printed everything out. Everything we know about Stars and Strikes is
Some of the stuff we don't know.
Right. Well, 3 fill on that spare. 4 fill, I'm sorry, for Bob Moran.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Where'd that pin come from? Looked like he was going to leave the 5 pin. Pin come flying off the sidewall and came back and killed that 5.
Bob Moran
See
has
the break.
10 marks in the first 14 boxes. That last one right there, taking us to a break. We'll be back with more of Stars and Strikes. Don't go away. The 3rd week of our 5-week Valley Window and Siding Championship Series. Valley Window and Siding in Haverhill, Mass., the major sponsor of this championship, and Bob Francoeur trying to answer back.
A little breather during our break. He comes back and throws this kind of ball. Maybe he wants to break for another commercial. 1-2 pocket. 10 pins, the last one they're going to go. Looking for a double. You may. Wood's moving behind it.
Watch out. It's a very shallow gutter here at Sandy's, and the wood often will slide right out as it did just then.
I've got 2 pieces of wood out in front of that 6 pin. It looks like he's got a good angle. Yes. Strike spare.
There aren't any regulations on how shallow the gutter can be, is there?
Yes, there are. Yes.
Glad I asked.
And I may get cards and letters on this, but don't quote me, but I believe it's 1.25 inches from the head pin, tapering back to at least a 1/2 inch, the shallowest part. That's even with the pin plate. But before you send your cards and letters, I'm going to check those. I'm in the ballpark anyways. In fact, we're going to ask Bob Bover, because he's the New Hampshire Candlepin Bowling Association lane inspector. They have to be sanctioned lanes. They have to meet certain specifications, and that's Bob's job to go around and check and make sure everyone's conforming. So maybe in the next break we'll check with them and come back with the exact measurements.
Bob is our lob line judge today. Carol Downey, of course, working the big scoreboard as always, and Bob Moran gets the 10 pin to kick out.
Really needed that one to go. We got the 4, 7, 10, trip to 10 for 4, 7. Looks like the wood's in good shape for him.
Mark number 11 for Bob Moran.
Oh, Bob Francoeur's got nothing to do with just try to keep marking.
And
hey,
that'll help. 20 more for Bob
Strike
Francoeur. Yep.
Here's the replay. Let's try the 1-2 pocket this time, Bob. 9 and 10, gone. Spare, strike, and another strike, spare, and another strike for Bob. Ah, look at that one, got away from him.
Not quite enough, hit it a little light. Bob Moran working on another mark. Seems like every time he's come up there, he's been working on a mark. 7 this time, but not a real good spare leave. The 2, 4, 6 with no wood.
Well, 2 ways to make it. Trying to split the 2 and the 4 and have the 2 catch the 6, or inside of the 2 and have the 2 and 4 come off the sidewall.
Well, that strike 7 by Bob Francoeur here in the 7th will gain him some pins, 7 to be exact. But the lead is still 59. If you joined us late, you missed a great first string by Bob Moran. At one point, he had 6 marks in a row, finished up with 20 in the 10th, and had a 167.
It's not on the head pin and in the pocket the way he was that first game.
Oh, what a
that's
shot.
a shot.
Like they were on a string. They all went at once.
1-3 pocket, and boom. No doubt about it. 93 in the 8th plus the ball. Final 2 for Bob Francoeur.
That's a strike ball if you throw it on the first one. Watch out for this wood coming back, and it won't have enough. Wood is frozen, apparently. It